Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final game of the night. Joining me for this one is going to be Jason Kaplan. It is LGB Esports up against Titan. And you may have just caught a glimpse of what the map would be. It's going to be Dust2. But let's talk about the teams to begin with. Let's move on and talk about Titan, because that game, you and me were sat backstage watching it. What an incredible match.
Thing is,
what sort of mental damage has been done by that game?
I don't know how much mentally it's been done. I mean, Titan, they felt... in general, you saw them tweeting about saying, you know, it's a good game, it was well played out. Maniac, he had a crazy game for his team, and you have to give him credit. He ended up going 36 and 31, and RPK at 39 frags. Actually, everyone on the team almost had 30 except Smiths at 28, but Hyper, 53.
But Smiths also had that crazy 1v3 round.
That is true. I mean, forget his 28-38 scoreline. That completely made up for it. But in both teams, I was looking at, you know, how many matches they played today. We have LGB with 4, Titan with 3, but we can't really say 3. It's like 3.5 with a triple overtime.
Yeah, that game went on for quite a while. Triple overtime. 25-23 was the match. They lost to Team eBettle. They have qualified for the major here in Cologne in just 1 month's time. Almost 30 days from now. 22nd, 23rd of August is when it will take part in the arena. Mystic, Polly, Sentris, Jacob, and Zevez. That is LGB Esports. You just saw them playing. If you've just joined us, well, they've taken down Hellraiser 16-7. And well, actually, while we're talking about their path here, let's hopefully get the brackets on your screen, because there's been so much happened today. Yep. It has been another crazy day. Yesterday was fantastic. Today is also matched it. Again, a chunk of overtime. You can see first game of the day, LGB Esports up against Hellraisers. They went down. That was a 13-2 half for CT side, I think it was, on overpass. Crazy stuff. Yeah. Well, obviously for Hellraisers as well, because they went to overtime. For both teams, getting crazy stuff there. Epiphany Bolt, eBettle, didn't get to see that one, but another overtime. That was on train as well. Another 16-14. Another 16-14. They're back left and right. eBettle, triple overtime, managed to go through. But LGB's path through, it's not been easy, that's for sure.
No, not
Epiphany Bolt, they struggled in that game. They were actually down, I think, 5-0 at one point. They managed to bring that back. Kick Esports, they were also down in that game, but they pulled it back and went 16-19. And then Hellraisers, finally, they hung on. They had a 13-2 T-side lead and managed to close out the game. And that takes us to these guys on your screen. The new French Titan team in another form. The Dust2 will be the map. Well, if history were to prove itself, French teams are always very good on Dust2.
Yeah, we saw Shocks actually on Cobble playing around with the AWP. He didn't really have that great of a game. Then you look at Smiths just earlier on. He had a fantastic job on train with the AWP. And this leads me to what I wanted to talk about for LGB. Polly, you know, he was really not that impressive. He didn't do terrible. I mean, he tied for bottom ranker's team at 14-16. I mean, that's like still a pretty damn good scoreline. But he missed a lot of shots that I expected him to hit. If we compared that to how he started off the day against Hellraisers on Overpass, he had so many phenomenal shots. I'm hoping to see him step up if LGB want to be able to match up against Titan, who have, you know, 3 potential uppers coming at them. Jacob, just against Hellraisers, went 22-15. Mystic had, you know, a great game as well, really feeling that entry fragger role for his team. Sentries, who's had so many clutch rounds against Hellraisers in the start of the day, throughout the entire tournament, and now coming into this final match, if he can step up and really play well, I think we might have a really amazing match on our hands.
Interested to see the positions that Titan hold as well. Obviously, this is a new setup for them. Whilst Dust2, one of the maps they practice for. I have been told, I mean, they've only had 4 days practice, I think, coming into this one. They've only picked, I think, 2 or 3 maps. I was told, to practice on. Obviously, hardcore, get down. It's a short period of time, so you have to focus. The question is, was Dust2 one of them? How did the map veto go? Was LGB happy with the end result? We haven't seen them on Dust2 underway. We'll see how it plays out.
As you pointed out too, the fact that we're curious where Titan are going to be holding. You think about back to Envious Smiths. He was originally going towards long. Before MBK swapped spots with him over towards B, and Shocks was over towards B as well, holding that doors. So are we going to see Smith and Shocks stick together towards the B site unless the rest of the team, you know, work over towards A and middle and just kind of keep it like, well, you two have been playing this site, you know, over at Envious. Why not just leave you there for now? To see it, but looks like we're about to kick out this game relatively soon. And it looks like LGB will be starting on that CT side.
Yeah, they're going to stick. So we'll see what Titan have in their pockets. Shock's actually doing some sniper practice down mid there alongside Smiths. Both of them warming up that way. Something, maybe a sign of things to come.
Doesn't have his manager warming up for him this time. I think back to ESL for a week. One of these teams will be going home, and one of these teams will be going through to the major.
That's it. This is the big deal. Titan had that chance already, and I thought they were going to take it against eBettel. Once Smiths came out in that crazy 1v3, I thought that was the chance, but they managed to strike back. Hyper playing out of his mind in that game, getting himself 53 frags. We'll see if anyone can match that crazy stat as LGB and Titan get underway. Here we go. It is the final match. One team will qualify, one team will be out. It is the Cologne major that is up for grabs. Only 3 spots remain. 2 of those will be going to North America next week. The final one will be here in Europe tonight.
All right, we do have Titan on that T side, starting off with some flashes and smoke out of Smiths. And they've gone for a 2-2-1 split, trying to get some early control of middle. Shox and RPK going to be going down towards Lord. Poly already pushed up. Catwalk gets gooshed up down to 8 HP, and he will be forced back, but you can see Titan coming out quick, coming out strong, looking for that early aggression. See LGB responding by keeping 2 people here. So it's kind of like a 1-2-2 split for them.
It's going to be Smiths going down, and Mystic gets a second onto Maniac as they push on through. Can he make it a third? As Shox gets tagged real low. RPK that will push through and get himself cover. Now they're going to rotate. They're going to go towards Cat, and Sentries is ready and waiting for this, expecting it to come. He's going to with a great little dink from this bomb site. Shox on 27. Going to get tagged out, but RPK gets himself a second, and now Sentries has to lock it. Oh my word. A double tap, that's all it needed. Gets himself 2 single headshots, and LGB will take the first round.
That round was really on Mystic too in middle, getting those 2 headshots from long range, really applying the pressure early on, and then he had Poly with the great 1-click from sight. Well done to LGB. We're going to the second round. This is going to be a Tech 9 armor buy. Not a lot of header on the side of Titan. 3 men pushing towards B. They're trying to catch out any early aggression out of LGB, but they're playing very, very safe this time. Double peek out of Mystic and Zeves. You can already see RPK and Smiths lining up for any potential push and potentially any flashes or smokes to come through to actually allow this hit to come in towards B.
Mystic going to delay, slow, hold the angle. It is going to be a B hit by looks of it. You can see Existence is the only man over towards mid. 4 men going to push through tunnel hit. That's going to be a flash and smoke through. Let's see how it works out. Mystic's the only one on site. Zeves has gone challenging in towards mid. Mystic has to get the spray down here. He gets flashed out to begin with. He's not going to get the first kill, and that is going to give the site to Titan. The retake will be LGB's to have.
Existence gave himself away just to get Zeves really low in middle and to keep him distracted. Sentry's going to be approaching the site as well. The bomb will get planted. Maniac going to be sitting in tunnel waiting for Jacob to potentially push him. But here we go. Sentries gets dinked up down to 18 health. Jacob will get the better of Maniac in tunnels. Now RPK going to be trying to hold them back, but another kill comes in for the P90. Smiths pushing through window, gets the kill. They have full control of the outside of B. They're coming through tunnel. Smith sprays him down. The last man's going to be Poly with the scout against 2. Can Smith get the 4th kill? The bomb is ticking away. Poly has to push in. He has no kit on him, and he's running out of time.
That was a huge investment from LGB. There was rifles of all sorts, and Titan managed to just pile on through. Great flash onto Mystic there. They knew his position, and that caused him problems. He had to get 1 in the spray down, and it wasn't to beat. And Titan get themselves the 2nd round on the board, and now the momentum is with them. The rifles are with them. They're going long A.
Titan used the smoke that LGB put down in tunnel against them by sitting behind it, flashing themselves through. Jacob pushed up on Calic with the 5-7, with the head armor, looking for a couple of kills, gets Smith, he gets the bomb down, he's looking for Maniac as well, he's chasing him, and he's gonna pick up this kill!
Oh, and that's the bomb, now they can secure it. They have to push all the way around. RPK and Shox are the ones that are coming through. Actually, we just saw Poly drop down behind them. He's gonna try and sneak around. The little rope-a-dope coming out from him, it's gonna distract them enough as Jacob and Zeves come around the side. They get themselves 1, and now it's all RPK. Shox is there, Existence coming in. He's gonna get around the backside. The spray should be enough from Existence. The little peekaboo will take down Zeves. 1 more shot is all it takes, but he's not going to be able to land it. And Zeves keeps him at bay. Shox, though, collects the bomb. And Zeves, without a rifle, he's going to be smoked off from sight.
Yeah, picking up the AK out of Existence there. He's going to be able to push on towards Catwalk. Shox going to be securing the plant. There you go. After plant situation, Zeves, if he can secure this round, it would be phenomenal for LGB. And Shox has made his way quietly over towards long A.
He's going to get himself in pit. It's going to be a pit cover. This is going to be a real tricky take for Zeves. He's got no smokes, no utility, no nothing to stop Shox from getting a free shot. Who is on 100% health here?
The thing is, he has no kit, and he's going to have to completely stick this defuse. Shox can just peek around the corner, see if he's sticking it or not. And Zeves, he's completely given it away. He shouldn't be able to pick this kill. He should just be saving this gun, but he gets the gun out of the hands of Shox. He's going to save the AK, so they're making it expensive for Titan, but that still would be Titan picking up the round nonetheless.
Ooh, close rounds in the opening 3. Let's see how LGB can react to that one. They haven't really got a great deal of cash, so I think it's going to be pistols. We'll see where they're going to send this AK. Whether Zeves is going to keep hold of it. More importantly, where Titan are going to go, because they're also hurting a little. They have got enough. There's a molly been picked up by Smiths. It's going to be Existence, Shox, and RPK heading to long A again. They're going to challenge, but Polly and Jacob are already in position.
This is a very quick catch, Jacob. Oh, the fantastic first shot. RPK does respawn, gets that second, and Sentry's now all alone inside of sight, looking for that kill, but Smiths will shut him down. And now Titan, with 3 quick kills, will take the A site, we'll get the bomb down, and we'll finally have a much cleaner round this time.
RPK finding heads, gets himself a triple headshot there. Mystic, the only man standing, trying to recover the rifle, and Maniac was ready and waiting for him. Much better from Titan as they go 3-1 up here. Now, LGB back on the rifles, M4s in hand. They've got to try and slow the rot here. It's Titan starting to gather pace.
I think we need to get Polly on the AWP for LGB to have a good chance to challenge out, and Smiths, who has picked up the op for himself, going to be watching this cross. Solo working middle, Solo going up catwalk.
He's going to peek it.
Jacob, I think he just spotted him out, so I think any damage in, but we'll force him back. He's applying this pressure. It's allowing Maniac potentially to lurk outside of long A. Zeves pushed up middle. What a shot out of Shox. And now this should be a catwalk hit.
Jacob, the single molly was used. Polly's going to go be up close, and Jacob's got himself into Goose. His Existence slowly works his way in. Maniac getting ready and waiting to go. This is going to be a mid to B. Looking like it might be, as RPK continues to hold the angle. They have smoked off. Yeah, they've sold it. I think Existence is the one that's trying to sell this out, because Maniac's over at long A. Sentry's ready and waiting for him. Jacob and Goose, he's the one man. We saw Freakazoid be so impactful in this position the other day. Oh, Polly gives his position away. And that's going to make it real hard. Titan are going to push in. Goose is absolutely going to check. Jacob's not going to even stick there. He's going to get himself one, but quickly that was covered off. Maniac will get the pit, man.
Oh, and Mystic, there's a guy lower. He's going to actually not spot him out, and RPK will clean that up. Titan, 4-1. They do not want to fail to get into this major.
That was very well played by Titan, honestly. Existence pulling the strings, making the magic work from every angle.
Thing is, like with the early kill that they did get, it kind of forces LGB to respond. Do we want to, you know, send a man towards CT spawn to defend, or are we gonna leave everyone towards A? Polly did actually drop down towards CT, which put him in a really rough spot. Ended up getting picked off because he was blind. Jacob has been boosted up middle. We could spot out Smiths, but I don't think he's gonna pick up the kill, and Smiths will return on him.
You can't show yourself too heavily to Smiths, who's actually performed pretty well this tournament. We'll see a lot of questions on him since he's been dropped from MV. Polly trying to go aggressive with the there. I'm pretty sure he did, the way that molly's gone down.
Oof, that was a lot of damage he just took.
Mystic trying to go aggressive, trying anything with the pistols here. Titan not falling for it. Don't drop a man, and actually get themselves the perfect round, a kill apiece.
And Titan playing pretty standard here too. Trying to just force out mistakes by LGB, work off advantages. We've seen them go B pretty much just one time. They're able to overturn them and win in the second round after losing the pistol. But here we go, Polly on the op. This is what we wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see in particular. He's actually going to be sitting over towards catwalk, funny enough. He's not going to be boosted up, so he's going to be running himself. He's not going to be challenged out just yet. Maniac, though, what a shot onto Sentries. And again, the man advantage going over to Titan.
It's causing them an issue. Losing that opening entry fragger. Shox is going to come around. Polly is holding the angle. Shox in a quick peek. Oh my, nice little flick down onto the head there. So evens things up, gets the trade in their favor. Jacob's going to answer back on towards Existence, who tries to go aggressive this time around, is going to get caught down, and now advantage to LGB. Maniac tried to push around long, but LGB are hitting their shots and the heads are falling.
Yes, they are now. RPK, the last man alive, he will fall. LGB will secure another round, and I really gotta look at how the way LGB defended that. So they've lost Catwalk so many times. Maniac's been the solo man to push out against Sentries, who is holding long. But typically you see teams, if they do hold A with an AWP, it's over towards Car. They have one or two men, or they have one man watching towards CT and one man towards Pit to defend. Oh, what a shot! What a miss! Mystic didn't even have a chance. But they go for that three-man kind of hold, which they're doing this time. And they give up Catwalk control. And they just go for the retakes. But they actually challenged that on Titan. Polly with the opening shot in the last round really helped lock that down and facilitate a win.
Jacob's going to try and push through the smoke at CT spawn. Existence is peeking there with that one-man advantage. It looks like it will be a mid to B. Existence will push on through. He's going to find himself Jacob down. And now Zevez all alone on site is going to leave the site and try and cover off the mid push as he sits and holds the angle at door. RPK will come around, but he'll get the headshot. Polly gets himself one, but this is not a retake LGB are going to be able to take. They're going to have to hang on to the rifles.
Yeah, they need to save that off out of Polly, most importantly. He got one kill this round, two in the last. Almost like a little bit of back way, but the question comes down to Titan. Are they feeling confident to chase this? They've got enough money to work for it. Actually boosting Sentries up on Dumpster and probably going to be watching towards long with AWP. So a really strong hold out of them. Titan, again, they're going to take the 6-2. But will they take the AK and the AWP out of their hands?
It will be a real problem for LGB if they do. Sentries, you can see he's holding the angles, not really got the head position of Maniac. The crosshair placement wasn't quite on, and Smith wins out against Polly in a straight-up duel. Good little shoulder peek. Existence drawing the attention as well, giving Smith the angle. So 6-2 to Titan. LGB, they're going to go on pistols. 4.3 for Polly, but they're getting the rest of the team pretty broke, so they're not going to force anything.
Should be a relatively easy round for Titan. Smith won't connect that shot, unfortunately. But I'm glad to see Smith opting again. You know, I remember back when he was with Very Games in 2013, I believe it was, at DreamHack Winter, and he had so many phenomenal games. I think the ones in particular that stand out in my head are Mirage. Before we get fully into that, Zevez does pick up a kill on RPK. That should net them a gun.
Existence has actually pushed through window already, though, so he's ready and waiting for them. That molly's going to keep them out of sight and burn them away. The rest of the team all going to be in lower tunnel. Maniac could come behind them. He's at the top of mid.
Oh my god, I don't think he's been spotted.
I don't think he saw them, yeah. Smith's tagged very low there. It's Zevez with the single AK that they managed to recover. Trying to take him down. Oh, and there's Maniac. He's coming, clean up crew time. And Maniac will happily oblige. Zevez, the only AK they collected, he's trying to run away. Maniac's tracking him down. He's about to come around the corner. And that's going to be a quick spray down. Gets him to 2 health, but not quite finishing the job. There we go. Gets the head with the finish. Why not? 7-2. Titan cruising on the T side.
All right, so here we go. The buying up for LGB. Polly can be out, back on the AWP, has the regular body armor. The rounds that LGB have been able to secure, at least in gun rounds, have been off the back of this man, but he needs to do a little bit more in this one. Jacob not really having the strongest of games so far. Titan getting very aggressive towards Catwalk, but Sentries is already waiting, picks up 2 kills off the back of Jacob, and this flashbang coming through. Polly will be taken down from long A, but this is still a lot to ask out of RPK in existence.
Oh, they had to land that second, but nice little pop flash there to give Sentries the angle. Ooh, hello. RPK gets himself a second through the smoke. And suddenly, with the triple kill, RPK's opened up A site single-handedly, and he's going to plant the bomb. Sentries and Mystics. Well, Sentry's already got himself a double. That was on Catwalk. Mystic in CT spawn, but RPK has got the potential to get himself the ace. Doesn't matter. Existence will help himself to 1 as Mystic pushes on round. It's a 4K for RPK, and it was very much well-deserved.
And this man, you know, he even said himself in a recent interview saying that he hasn't felt like he's been performing like he has been able to in the past. He hasn't risen to that level in CSGO just yet. You really wouldn't question after what you see now. He's playing a fantastic bit of Counter-Strike currently. He's at 14-6.
And the thing is, with a rifler like Shocks alongside him, he's surely only going to get better. Good Lord, Smiths just pops in, gets the angle. Quick shot onto Polly. They are only on pistols, of course. They're going to try and challenge. It's a flying Jacob that comes in and gets himself an AWP away from them. But quickly, it was answered by Maniac. Sentries is still going to try and get in and recover. Zevez went aggressive up mid. He's going to get taken down. Maniac pips. Sentries could be a third in the end. He missed it. Doesn't matter.
He was jumping for the gun on top of the boxes. So I'm gonna just fake him out. So just picks the kill on Maniac, but will quickly be shut down. They're not gonna rescue the AWP, it seems. But but I'm pretty sure they can more than afford it into this next one. 9-2. Titan looking strong on this first half. Keep in mind, they almost had that chance to qualify. Well, they did have the chance. They didn't pull it through earlier on against Team Battle. And looking to lock it down themselves. LGB just fighting tooth and nail to get a single couple rounds on the board. And Smith gets the tag on his Evas.
Yeah, going in towards 20 hit points is all he's going to limp in towards B site. Mystic just going to turret with Jacob here. Trying to get something in the middle of the map. Existence just getting so confident that he rushes on through Catwalk. Shox is going to get a peek down low, but it's Jacob that will come out on top. RPK quick with the revenge, sitting next to each other, covering each other off. Zevez on 20 from the very opener. And they are now individually one apiece on site. Sentry's just praying that they don't come his way, but it looks like they will be. And
they don't know where Sentry is. That's why Maniac's still sitting outside of Long A. That's why they're playing this one so slow. But Zevez, he's pushing up. RPK, he is waiting. Add another kill to his mantle. There it is. And now Sentry's the last one alive in a 1-on-4.
RPK's on an absolute mission. We'll check the kill board in a moment to see how he's doing. Sentry's, look at that, 17 kills for him already. Just 11 rounds. Moment. Sentry's only man standing. I'm probably just going to try and hold on to this rifle. Maniac's holding the angle at the top and mid. He's just about to come to the right of Maniac's position through Long A doors as he makes his way towards T side. If Maniac would just look, I think that might be the only look he's going to give it. There's a molly going out. Nah, that was so well timed. Should be a pickup for Maniac there. Thought he was going to. Well, he did find the head. I thought he was going to find the head straight away. 10-2, Titan dominating this one. LGB need to get themselves going. This is exactly what they just did to Hellraisers. They need to find their groove and get something going. Poly's gone for the scout. It's for masses. It's a force-up for LGB.
Yeah, they need to just completely shut down Titan somehow, and Poly just hasn't been able to get on that op that often. I think he's been on 2 of the rounds so far, and he's only been successful on 1 of them. Jacob, though, the nice kill on Shox does give them that long control, and that's what Titan's been doing. They've been sending Smith the man when he has the spawn to go for some early control there, early quick shot or two. But Existence peeking out towards middle. He's been able to push through without the help of a smoke. And that's going to net him a kill. Smith even gets on sentries.
That's I think that smoke just bonked LPK on the head there. But that's how confident Existence is starting to be. We just saw him doing on Catwalk a moment ago. Just walks straight out of mid and gets a shot up towards the doors.
You're not going to expect someone to just walk through middle without the help of a smoke. So you're not really going to be looking in that position. But he's taking advantage of LGB in the way that they're playing this half so far.
3 of them stacked at Long A. Maniac's going to be the front man. He'll get a peek around the side there. Gets heavily tagged up, though. He's got the support of Smiths. He's going to try and hold the angle. We saw the scope of Poly there. RPK just tapping. Finds himself another. That's the second of the round. And Mystic in CT spawn. He's going to back away. There's nothing he can do in this round unless he pulls off a bit of a wonder kill.
We'll get one on RPK, but he's still got 3 men left to find. He's got Maniac back towards T-spawn, and Smith, where he trained on his location, will miss that first shot. Mystic most certainly should not be able to pick up this round, especially with Maniac coming in behind. And wow, what a shot onto him. He does actually net another kill on the board and should be able to save the M4. So I'm going to be going to the next round with a gun. But the rest of his team is so lucky, and if they do, it's just going to be a lot of FAMASas.
Existence might find him just before the round ends. Mystic's going to be the one holding the angle. Yeah, Existence not going to push on through. If he peeks, he'll find him. And Mystic gets a triple. Nicely done. Taking money away from Titan, but unfortunately for him, they've all sitting on around about 10,000 plus. So they just buy themselves back in there. LGB, not a great deal to their names. FAMASas once again. M4 will be passed to Jacob, and Poly gets himself the scout again. He caused himself a nuisance in the previous matchup. That's going to get shut down. And look at RPK just running straight through now. Zevez, he's getting the hell out of there.
There's no one there to stop that. Manic even had an auto step at the beginning of the round just to spam through to get some extra damage across. RPK picks up the kill to Zevez. Shox, he spotted a man towards CT spawn, but he's not able to connect fully onto sentries. And RPK, again, feeling so confident, is going to push straight out.
Jacob's Wolf going to find RPK. A little too aggressive perhaps there, but with the bomb making its way into sight now, Maniac will get that plant down. This is all going Titan way. One-way traffic on the T side. LGB, they do have a good T themselves, but it is going to have to be on point to come back from this at the moment, because Titan are looking to make it 12-2.
Actually looking at the map video of this one. It's we're assuming that Titan should be able to pick this up. Jacob, they're getting 2 quick kills. I don't think they're going to commit for this one. Just going to try to set the guns. But we had Train removed by LGB, which is understandable. We saw Titan play just earlier on.
That's Titan.
No, that's Train. That's
Titan the highest seed. Oh, okay.
LGB removed Train. And then we had Titan remove Overpass, because we saw LGB already playing it earlier on today and did really well against Hellraisers. And then LGB removed Cobble from Titan, which is the map that Titan opened up on against Gamers2 and had, I think it was like a 16-5 scoreline. Followed up by Mirage by Titan and Inferno by LGB.
Auto snipers.
They did that last round. Yeah, they can afford it. Last round of the half, might as well go for it. Spam away at that door.
I think Maniac just dropped one and nobody wanted it. I think there was a couple of them on the floor there, just like throw them all over the floor. Not going to work out for them. Jacob almost getting one, but almost is not going to be enough as Shox gets himself a kill on towards Jacob.
Maniac's keeping it. He has to trade it back to the AK that he has. He wants to keep this gun.
Switching out. Sentries creeps. RPK is just down into towards lower tunnel. Polly gets a little peek across, scoping across. Smith's trying to keep popping those shots off, but Polly with that scout unable to do a great deal against them. Sentries could be still pivotal if you can get the shot down. Any round right now would be enough for LGB in this situation. He will find one. He's got pop flashed in. That was perfect. Didn't get a chance to check around the corner.
RPK now pushed out middle. Is going to be 2 men off towards the other direction. Gets the shot onto Polly in towards door. Sentry's going to be rushed down. And Titan now have the man advantage 3-on-2. Mystic, can he hold on to the side? He's going to be Molotov out of position, but he gets the first kill on the Maniac. Looking for that seconds, and Smiths will secure it. Now Zevez, the last man alive in a 1-on-2 to get LGB the 3rd round on the board in this first half. And RPK's waiting. This man will fall to it. And Smith's not going to get the plant in a 1-on-1 situation. Zevez, 20 HP, a kit and a dream.
RPK is having a screaming game. Zevez the last man. Smiths. Oh. He's only got 6 deaths so far in this entire half, so you put your money on Smiths coming out on top of this one. Oh. That grenade not going to be on point. He just needs to keep that Tech 9. He's just going to throw everything in his arsenal his way. I think he realized he's going to drop down. This is up close. You've got to give it to Smiths now as he's this close, but he will finally come out. RPK had done the damage. It's a 13-2 first half to Titan. They are 3 rounds away from qualifying for the major. It's been 21 kills for RPK in the first half. He's almost doubled everyone else on his team. He is having a great match.
He's having a field day.
Yeah.
And LGB haven't been able to figure out a way to stop this. I mean, now 13-2. They have so many rounds they have to pull back straight on this T side. It's going to come down to this pistol round on top of things. We're about to get underway with our second half. One of these teams will be going to the major in Cologne in just under a month's time in the Lansix Arena, and the other will be going home. Will it be Titan or will it be LGB?
Well, we will find out. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be a 5-man rush straight through. This is going to be all on RPK. He's the top fragger for Titan, but he's already been flashed up. He's going to keep himself tucked away, finds himself one, doesn't get a second, but spins around. Smith joins him. He pops out a window and gets himself a double, and that's going to slow LGB down in the tracks as Shox creeps on through the tunnels. Can he get the tag down on towards Zevez and Sentries? Will find himself one. Mystic, the one man. 3 of them pushing through. Maniac's going to come window. He's not even needed. Shox finds the head. It's going to be 14-2. Titan are in control.
They don't really look at... I mean, looking at Smith and he just looks completely blank. No emotion on his face. The major, maybe because they're a little bit upset with themselves, not qualifying before in the winner's bracket. And here we go, LGB investing everything into this round. Polly will get the tag on RPK on the cross. So a good start for them. But they've got a lot of work ahead of them. Just getting a single round has been so difficult.
Oh, Maniac and Smith's gone so aggressive. Jacob's actually pushing back around. Maniac, yeah, he's behind him. Smith is going to find him, though. So he's going to... tagged very low. Just down to 6 health, but not going to work out
Maniac's
for him.
flanking T-spawn. He gets the kill on his Zevez. He's got Polly and T-spawn with the scout. He has the bomb as well if he gets this kill.
Oh, that nade's going to land.
Control of it.
He's going to catch on. Polly backed away just in time. He tries to come around suicide, but it doesn't work out as he gets the support of Sentries from the bottom of mid. Shox got into position, but didn't quite cover that one off. He just peek around this corner. He's going to find Polly. That's going to be the bomb. And now the last man is Sentries with the deagle. A hope and a prayer. The 1D's not with him. And it is match point for Titan. They are just 1 step away from qualifying and reaching back to the major. After all the roster shuffles that have happened leading up to this one, all the drama that's gone on between Shocks and Smiths, leaving Envious picking up Kenny S and Apex, back and forth. They absolutely want this one. The determination you've seen on the face of Smiths and Shocks coming into this tournament has been very much visible. And the rest of the team, we heard some great words from Maniac as they set themselves up for this final round. It is all too easy, it seems, for Titan. They are in full control now. And just Mystic, Zevez, and Sentry is the last few left.
20 HP between Mystic and Zevez as well. Smiths, you can see how confident he's playing. He will get taken down by the shot of Sentries. And there's Zevez responding to RPK to make this one very possible. But it comes down to Shocks. Can he hold them on the catwalk? He's going to look for that first, and he's not going to connect. He gets taken down by Mystic. Now it's all on existence.
I don't think LGB have read the rulebook. I think they should realize that it's Titan. That nade will be on point. It finds himself onto Mystic. Zevez still to get the bomb plant down. The in-game leader for Titan. He's got a new set of tools in his command as Zevez holds the angle. Oh, that one little tap onto him. It will find the head of Sentries. He gets the little jumping peak. He knows how to do this one. He's the man that called it out. He's the man that's told so many people to do it. It will be Titan that will take the game. A sigh of relief from RPK. Well, he can take a bow because he picked up 22 kills. Smiths with 18. A fantastic result from Titan as they pick apart LGB 16-2. They are going to the major next month.
Oh, they couldn't do it on their first try, but they sure as hell did it on the second with that scoreline. Phenomenal play out of them, and keep in mind, this is a team who's only been practicing together for 4 days. Yes, they've all been on teams before together. Yes, they've had that history, but they've finally been able to pull it through, and I wonder how strong they're going to be come the actual event. So many great 16 teams from across the world, the best of the best. They have their work cut out from them. They have some time to pull things off, but LGB, I mean, they had such a long day, so many games to play. They had 4 matches, 5th with this one included. They won overtime in the first match. They had a 16-11, a 16-9, a 16-7. So many rounds for them to play out. And playing without their star player, Rubino, they still did a fantastic job.
Fantastic indeed. But they knew they were up against a serious challenge when they had Titan in the winner bracket, lower bracket final, sorry. Got a feel for them, the Norwegians. They came in very confident. They had some little shuffles of their own. Obviously, Rubino not able to come here. A little too ill, but Titan, confident performance from them as they set themselves up. How will they... Time to practice now. 4 days coming into this tournament is all they had to get this qualification process done and dusted. They've done it. They're there. Now they've got a month to practice. And
it's got to be reassuring for Maniac, who just went full-time in Counter-Strike,
yeah.
You know, putting all of his studies, or not studies, his other work on hold, because he really wants to compete. He wants to be the best, the top team. And, you know, getting this spot into the major now, they have a lot of time to practice. He's got to be so pumped up and excited.
Yeah, let's see what he's got to say, ladies and gentlemen. Alex is standing by with Maniac.
Thanks very much, Lee. And I have a very happy Maniac joining me as you have managed to secure it, and in such convincing fashion. So, going into the map, let's start right at the top of things. Dust2, was that something you were aiming for when you looked at LGB?
Not really.
Okay.
To be honest, we thought we would end on Inferno because like we did fake veto between us. And we were pretty sure they would pick Inferno because they had such a good performance against Hellraisers just before that. And I know for a fact that LGB has always been very decent on Inferno. And it turned out they banned Inferno as last map. So I just looked at Kevin and I was like, okay, then I think it's just Christmas. We get to play Dust2. So yeah, we were confident going into Dust2.
So you consider that a bit of a mistake then, maybe by LGB? Well, I mean, it shows 16-2, a fantastic result. But I think, you know what I'm going to ask you next is a little bit about the Polish side. ESL, that game, that was a nail-biter. And I had the pleasure of casting that, which was insane. What was your team's feel? What was the vibe that was going on when that result started to get close?
I think there were a lot of mixed feelings. First of all, we were very surprised by the level. Of course, we know they are good players, but I think we didn't expect that level of play, as much as individual or tactical play. So first, they beat us really hard. I think we were down 14-8 or something like this. Yep. And we came back 15-14, and maybe we did the mistake to think, okay, we did it, you know? Right. And then we lost at 15-15, and after that it was just a race, like we win round, they win, we win, they win. And I had this clutch that I lost at the end, and it was very close. I think all we have to say, it was a great game. Individually, they were really good. That hyper was crazy, like insane. they deserve to win. We didn't find any solution on the long-term ST, so you could see that we were struggling at the end to find solutions ST, so that also is a lack of playtime for us, actually. But no, just great play to them. I'm looking forward to seeing what they will do at the next major, and we were just victims there.
Yeah, I mean, so that's really nice to hear you crediting them as strong individuals as well. And the last question, I will let you go join your team and celebrate. I'm sure that's what you will be doing in true style. Now, especially now you're joined by 2 members of Envious, I'm sure the partying will be present. But no, I need to ask, what are the plans then going into the major? You guys, you said it already, I assume it's just going to be practice, practice, practice.
Yes, actually, we talked together before the event, and we made it clear that, yes, going to the major was the main objective. But even if we were to lose, we should stay like calm and like composed. Like, okay, we've been playing together for 4 days. Now we have it. It's a great luck. I mean, it's a very nice objective to aim at. So yeah, basically prepare for the major. We will also have the luck to be like underdogs. Like people don't really know what we're gonna do. There aren't gonna be so many competitions, so we get to like hide and prepare some tactics and stuff. And I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, just train and see how it happens, huh?
Let's see how it happens. Well, I'll let you go join your team, dude. A big congratulations and good luck at the major. I will say goodbye to everyone at home because it has been a fantastic event, a big weekend with ups and downs, surprises, Titan victing to some of those surprises. And we need to recap. Before we say goodbye, let's look at how today shaped up. We saw, of course, Hellraisers battling out with LGB twice through that one, with LGB putting in a much better performance the second time around. Titan, their route looked pretty damn good, beating Gamers2 with just by 5 rounds for the Polish side. And then eBettel with that incredible surprise as well. So eBettel not dropping a game and managing to acquire a ticket to the major. Can't wait to see what those guys can piece together in their time before the 22nd of August. And of course, through the lowers, we saw Titan manage to thrive after that loss, beating LGB in true stylish fashion. And that does, of course, mean that eBettel and Titan will be joining the 2 teams who qualified yesterday. Let's put that up on your screens to remind you. And if you did miss it, you'll see where you need to head for the VODs. So, Property, of course, were present. Dignitas as well. 2 teams we had to say goodbye to. Kinguin, however, in a similar fashion to eBettel, not dropping a map and managing to secure that major slot. In the lower brackets, we saw Flipside battled it out with Dignitas in what went to overtime, and it was a truly exhilarating game. Dignitas having control for the majority, but Flipside managing to find an extra ounce of power and securing that spot. So we have our 4. We started with 16 and we end with just 4. Kinguin, Flipside, eBettel and Titan. That's an incredible stacked up lineup. We've got NA to come as well, and it all round been a fantastic offline qualifier. Great to see the surprises. Great to see eBettel just turn up and surprise. Having a little chat with them earlier, and they just seem to be so happy, so privileged to get to that point, get to the sticker money, get to that major, and it's going to be a great experience for them. It's time for us, though, to start to close it out. And a quick reminder before we do that, about the tickets, about the major. We keep talking about it. We keep saying it's a qualifier. You should get over and have a look at the tickets. It's esl-1.com/Cologne for your opportunity to get a ticket and come and join us in what hopefully is shaping up to be one of the most exciting majors yet. So get over there, and while you do so, it's time for us to head away. It's been a great weekend. Thank you for joining us throughout, and we hope to see you in August.